Have you ever laid awake at night, worried that a part of you is fading away? I'm not talking about your memory or your strength in the gym. I'm talking about that fundamental part of your manhood, your vitality, that seems to be slipping through your fingers. Have you ever wondered in a quiet and honest moment if you're losing the ability to feel like the man you've always been? If that question touches a nerve, I want you to know you're in the right place and you are far from alone. Hello, I'm Dr. Sheila. As a urologist, I've dedicated my life to men's health, and I've sat across from hundreds, if not thousands, of men just like you, good men, successful men, men in their 60s and beyond who are privately struggling with changes in their sexual function. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a topic that is too often shrouded in silence: masturbation. And more specifically, how the way you've been doing it might be unknowingly sabotaging your erections. This isn't about shame or judgment. This is a medical conversation about maintaining your health, your function, and your confidence. In this video, I will walk you through the 3 most critical mistakes that I see men in their 60s making, mistakes that can genuinely harm erectile function over time. My promise to you is that by the time we're done here, you will not only understand what to stop doing, but you'll have a clear, actionable plan for what to start doing to protect and even improve your sexual health for years to come. First, let's get one thing straight. It's not your fault. What you're experiencing is a result of biology, not a personal failing. Let's spend a moment understanding why your body in your 60s is playing by a different set of rules. Think of your body like a classic car. It's magnificent, it has history, but it requires a different kind of care than a brand new model off the lot. The primary change is in your vascular system. An erection is, at its core, a cardiovascular event. It's all about blood flow. In your younger years, your blood vessels were wide, elastic, and responsive. Your brain would send the signal, and boom, blood would rush into the penis, creating a firm erection almost instantly. But as we age, our blood vessels naturally lose some of that elasticity. They can become a bit stiffer, a bit narrower. This means the plumbing system just isn't as efficient as it once was. It takes more time and the right kind of stimulation to get the same amount of blood flow. Secondly, there are neurological changes. The nerve endings in your penis and the signals traveling from your brain can become slightly less sensitive. The whisper that was enough to get things going in your 40s might now need to be a more direct conversation. So, when you combine these 2 factors, a less responsive plumbing system and a need for clearer signals, you can see why the high-intensity, rushed techniques that may have worked for you before might now be completely counterproductive. And that brings us directly to the first and perhaps most common erection-killing mistake. Mistake number 1, the death grip and overstimulation. This is a term we use in my field for a very specific habit. It's the tendency to masturbate with an extremely tight, forceful grip, often without any lubrication, with the sole focus of getting to a powerful orgasm as quickly as possible. Does that sound familiar? Many men I speak with developed this habit in their youth, and it never changed. But here is the problem. When you do this consistently, you are essentially training your brain and your penis to respond only to a 10 out of 10 level of stimulation. Think of it this way. Imagine you spent years only listening to music through headphones at maximum volume. Your ears would become accustomed to that intense level of sound. Now, imagine going to a classical music concert and trying to appreciate the delicate, nuanced notes of a violin. You'd barely be able to hear it. You'd think the violin was broken, when in reality, your senses have been conditioned to an unrealistic and unsustainable level of intensity. That is exactly what the death grip does to your penis. It desensitizes the delicate nerve endings. Your brain starts to require that crushing pressure and intense friction just to get an erection started, let alone maintain it. Now, think about being with a partner. The environment inside a partner is warm, soft, and naturally lubricated. It is simply not capable of replicating the intense, dry friction of a death grip. So what happens? Your brain gets the signal, but it's a 6 out of 10 stimulation, not the 10 out of 10 it's used to, and it says, nope, this isn't enough, and the erection fades. This is a major cause of performance anxiety and can create a devastating cycle of failure. The solution is simple yet profound. You must resensitize yourself. First, lubrication is now your best friend. It is absolutely non-negotiable. Using a high-quality water-based or silicone-based lubricant immediately reduces the need for intense pressure. Second, lighten up. Consciously relax your hand. Use an open palm technique or just your fingertips. Discover what a lighter touch feels like. And third, vary your technique. Use your non-dominant hand. It will feel clumsy and awkward at first, but that's the point. It forces you to slow down and discover new sensations. The goal here is to retrain your body to respond to a wider, more realistic range of touch. Mistake number 2, the performance trap and mental pressure. The second mistake isn't about what you're doing with your hands, it's about what you're doing with your head. I call this the performance trap. This is when you treat masturbation not as an act of pleasure or exploration, but as a test, a pass-fail exam. You start and immediately your mind is filled with questions. Will it work this time? Am I getting hard? Is it as hard as last time? I need to finish quickly. You are performing for an audience of one, yourself. You're not experiencing pleasure. You're chasing a result. Let me explain the biology of why this is so destructive. Your body has 2 primary operating systems. The fight or flight system, run by adrenaline and cortisol, and the rest and digest system, which is where relaxation and arousal live. An erection is a phenomenon of profound relaxation. It requires your blood vessels to open up and relax to allow blood to flow in. The mental pressure, the anxiety, the rush, all of that activates your fight or flight response. It floods your body with the stress hormone cortisol, and cortisol is the chemical enemy of an erection. It acts as a vasoconstrictor, meaning it tightens your blood vessels. It's physically impossible to be stressed and anxious and have a strong, lasting erection. Your body is literally working against itself. The solution is to turn a performance into a practice. This is about mindfulness. Before you even begin, take 3 deep, slow breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop. This simple act starts to shift your body out of that fight or flight mode. The goal is no longer orgasm. The goal is sensation. Your only job is to notice what you are physically feeling. Notice the warmth of your hand, the texture of the lubricant, the sensations on your skin. When your mind inevitably drifts to those anxious thoughts, am I hard enough? Gently acknowledge the thought and guide your attention back to the physical sensations. Don't judge yourself for it. Just return to the feeling. By doing this, you're not just masturbating. You're practicing the mental skill of staying present, which is the secret to overcoming performance anxiety, both alone and with a partner. Mistake number 3, ignoring the full body connection. The final mistake is one of disconnection. It's the belief that an erection is an isolated mechanical event that happens only below the belt. Many men think they can just grab their penis and, like flipping a switch, expect it to work. They completely ignore the most powerful and important sexual organ they possess, the 14 inches between their ears, their brain. Arousal isn't just physical, it's psychological, it's emotional, it's a full body experience. Your erection is the final chapter of a story that begins in your mind. By skipping the introduction and the plot development, you're making that final chapter much weaker and less compelling. You're not giving your cardiovascular and nervous systems the necessary warm-up time to get fully online and send the powerful, coordinated signals needed for a robust erection. The solution is to embrace the warm-up. Treat yourself with the same care and attention you would a partner. Create a relaxing environment. This isn't just about lighting candles. It's about giving yourself permission to take 10 or 15 minutes without interruption. Engage in what I call whole body foreplay. Before you even touch your genitals, spend time stimulating other parts of your body. The inner thighs, the perineum, the chest, the neck. Discover what feels good. You may be surprised. Most importantly, engage your mind. Your imagination is a powerful tool for arousal. Use fantasy, recall a pleasurable memory, read or watch something that you find genuinely erotic. This mental stimulation is what truly kickstarts the arousal process, sending signals from your brain to your heart to pump more blood and telling the blood vessels in your penis that it's time to open up. So, we've talked about the 3 things to avoid, but I want to leave you with a more powerful, more proactive idea. I want you to reframe this entire act. Let's stop thinking of it as just a way to release tension. Let's start thinking of it as sexual maintenance or even erection rehabilitation. Every time you masturbate using these healthier techniques with lubricant, with a gentle touch, by staying mindful and relaxed, and by engaging your whole body, you are doing something incredibly positive for your health. You are actively retraining your neural pathways. You are reminding your body's vascular system how to function properly in a low-stress environment. You are rebuilding your confidence from the ground up, based on sensation and presence rather than pressure and performance. This practice is like physical therapy for your erections. It helps keep the tissues healthy and responsive. The benefits you cultivate when you are alone are the very same benefits that will show up when you are with a partner. You'll be more present, more relaxed, more responsive, and more confident. So let's do a quick recap. The 3 erection-killing mistakes are the death grip. The solution is lubrication and resensitizing yourself with a lighter, more varied touch. The performance trap. The solution is to slow down, breathe, and shift your focus from climax to sensation, ignoring the full body. And the solution is to engage your mind and your whole body in the process. Now, it is absolutely vital that I say this. This video is for educational purposes. If you are consistently struggling with erectile dysfunction, please see your doctor. ED can be the first sign of more serious underlying health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or low testosterone. A checkup is always a good idea. I truly hope this conversation has been helpful and has shed some light on what might be going on. If you found some value here today, I would be so grateful if you would click that like button, as it helps this video reach other men who might need to hear this message. And be sure to subscribe for more honest, science-backed health advice. Please use the comment section below. Ask questions, share your own insights if you feel comfortable. Let's continue this important conversation. Thank you so much for your time and your trust today. Remember to be kind to yourself and your body. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.